Day, Miss Swift declares that her high school teacher at the time got her pregnant and that her 1-month-old baby girl, Sydney, he is the father of. So, Mr. Rothfire, how did you two meet?
So I met Lauren in one of my math classes. I'm a math teacher. She came to me, she needed some extra help with math, and I gave her some after-school tutoring, but that's the only thing that I know of her.
Okay, so after school tutoring, are you sure you're not missing anything? Can you tell me more?
Correct. She came to after-school tutoring. She drives herself, she has her own vehicle, so what she would do is she would leave school, come back a little bit later, and I would help her with Pythagorean theorem and different math topics that she was struggling with. Okay. She was a little slow in class, so.
I see. Okay. Miss Swift, so what's your take on this?
That's not true. We had a relationship in the last 2 months that I went to school. It was, pretty serious. We were very in love, actually. He told me that he loved me, and we had relations on campus after school one day. I did see him for the extra credit. I really needed to really study up for finals, and I was worried about my math studies. But we did develop a relationship together, and it was pretty serious. So we did have relations on campus together, and then I became pregnant with my daughter, who's 1 month now, and I know for a fact that it could only be him because I only slept with him.
Okay, got it. Now, so did you guys, really study, or was it just kind of personal time when you guys got together for the study session?
I mean, it was kind of both, but it kind of transitioned.
Okay,
yeah.
But you did get the help that you needed. You were able to pass your tests and things on your own.
Yes,
okay.
I mean, he did help me.
Okay, certainly, yes. Okay, so Mr. Rothfire, how was the nature of this relationship?
Again, I'm going to preface, there was no relationship. The relationship was
That
teacher,
is not true. You're literally lying. I don't know why you're saying
student. She was a really good student in her drama class. So this is what I'm seeing from her right now.
Okay.
She got an A+ in drama, but a D- in math.
Okay,
that's not true.
That wasn't necessary. I don't think you answered my question. What was the nature of the relationship, Mr. Rothfire?
Student, teacher, tutor, student. I don't know how else you want me to say it.
Okay. All right. Miss Swift, what was the nature of the relationship in your opinion?
There was intimacy in the relationship. It wasn't just a student-teacher relationship. I literally went over to his house before. So we even watched The Grinch together, and he cried. He literally, right when his heart was growing, he literally started crying, bawling. And I was there to comfort him during his time of need. So he's literally a liar.
Wow, so you cry, so there's some sensitivity there.
That's the drama lessons coming again. I only watch documentaries.
True.
I would never watch a movie like The Grinch.
I
watch documentaries, and I watch dramas sometimes.
Sometimes for our loved ones, when we have love interest, we might do things that are a little out of our norm. So that could happen.
You might, but this isn't a love interest.
All right, Miss Swift, why do you think he's the father?
Because in the last 2 months that I went to school, he was the only person that I slept with.
Once again, what was the nature of the relationship in your opinion?
Well, it was very intimate, and I know that for a fact in the last 2 months that I went to school, he was the only person that I slept with, and that he's just denying it, and everything that he's saying is absolutely false. He's the only person it could be, so that's all I know.
Okay. So would you say you loved him?
Yes, I did at the time.
Certainly.
But things have changed now.
Okay, understood. Okay, so you say things have changed now. What do you mean by that?
Well, I just think but by his behavior and him acting like he doesn't want to take any responsibility for our daughter is absolutely absurd, and it's disgusting. So I don't want to be with him anymore, and I don't have love for him.
Understood, and that makes perfect sense. All right, Mr. Rothfire, so why are you denying the claim? Why do you think you're not the father?
So listen, there's a lot of things that I observed being her teacher. She would come to class late, hair messed up. What's she doing in the bathroom during those times? I hear a lot of stories about kids in the cafeteria saying that they hooked up with her, they slept with her. These are things that get passed around a lot, okay? I know that when I was helping her with a math problem, something came across my phone, it showed my bank balance. She saw my $38,000 salary, she wants a cut of that. That's what she's in it for the money.
Mr. Rothfire, $38,000 doesn't get people many places these days.
It gets me where I'm at today.
I see. And another thing, you were stating that you heard guys stating that they've done whatever with her. She's a beautiful woman. Why wouldn't they? And guys in school can be like that. I'm sure you know.
Listen, I'm not going to sit here and say that she's not a beautiful woman, okay? But I did not sleep with her. And even if I did, I can't get anybody pregnant. I have a narrow urethra.
Okay, so for the sake of our audience, what does that mean?
Sure, it's a little embarrassing to talk about, so bringing it up on the courtroom show, it's kind of a touchy subject for me. A narrow urethra is a very small pee hole in your wiener.
Okay. A very small.
Sorry.
Okay, that is okay. All right. Well, we needed to know that just for reference.
Okay.
So do you happen to have any medical reports that confirm
No.
what you're stating?
No.
Okay. All right. So that's duly noted, first of all. All right. So, Ms. Swift, were there any promises that he made?
Well, he told me that he wanted to be with me forever, and I really believed him, but now I don't even know who he is. But I brought with me some evidence to show you, Judge.
Perfect. Thank you.
And who helped you get this put together?
There's some Snapchat messages in there.
Okay, got it. Okay. That's a sweet thought, a really nice thought, even buying a home together. Okay.
He said in there that he wanted to have a kid together.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm going to guess that her computer teacher helped her put
Okay.
this together. That's who she got tutoring from as well. I also heard rumors about them.
Okay. So now, are you saying that this stuff isn't true?
100% not true.
Okay, so the phone number that we have registered that this is from, that's the phone number that you've given coming into this court situation, it is the same. So are you saying that you've lied to the court?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
That's falsified.
All right. That's second thing noted. All right. Thank you for showing these. It does determine a lot. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. All right. So when was your child conceived?
It was about 2 months before I graduated. That's when we were hanging out and spending some time together.
Okay.
Like I said, at his house, on campus, a lot of time together that he obviously doesn't remember.
So when did you find out that you were pregnant?
It was actually on graduation day that I found out, and it was just a lot with so much going on, you know, my parents coming into town and all this stuff. So I didn't really feel like bringing it up to him. I didn't want to worry him, and yeah, he ended up finding out a little bit later after that.
Okay. Understood. And is this true? Do you recall, Mr. Rothfire, when you found out that she was pregnant?
No, I haven't talked to Lauren since before graduation day. So finding out that she was pregnant, I found that out through Facebook.
Okay. I was going to say sometimes people stay in touch with their students, and you mentioned other gossip and things, so I was wondering. So, Ms. Swift, what happened when you told Mr. Rothfire that you were pregnant?
Sure. So I told him like about a month after graduation, just because there was so much going on. And then when I told him, I texted him and he blocked me completely on everything, like social media, text. He kept ignoring my calls. I would call over and over again and he just wouldn't pick up. So I went to his house because obviously we had spent time together there, and it showed that his house was being sold. So he actually moved out of his house. And then I saw on his Facebook through a friend that he was in the Bahamas with a pina colada in his picture, just enjoying life while I was, you know, having a baby on my own.
Wow.
Your Honor, that's not true.
Okay, what part of it isn't true, Mr. Rothfire?
I go to Thailand every summer.
Is that where you were holding your beverage that she saw?
So I'm not friends with her on Facebook, so I don't know where she's seeing these pictures.
Yeah, I saw it through a friend's Facebook.
If you
not
saw
mine.
me on Facebook sipping something, I was in Thailand.
Okay, and I
Okay.
think that's not of extreme relevance, but you were out of the country.
Yes,
however.
and I had to sell my house because of all this drama that she brought into my life. Listen, it's not my fault that I'm the most handsome guy at school, okay?
Wow, you're confident,
Hey.
Mr. Rothfire, but that's a good thing for you. So, Mr. Rothfire, if you are in fact the father, what will you do?
If I'm the father, I'm not the father because I've never slept with her, but if I am the father, if your DNA test says I'm the father, it doesn't matter. I've already established a residence in Thailand, so I'm out of here.
That's not how this works when you have a child that you're responsible for, but of course the results will declare and determine what your next moves will be. Now, Miss Swift, how will this work for you? What will you do if in fact he's not the father?
Then I guess I'll just have to have my mom help me raise my child and, move back home with her because I would really need the support.
Got it. And I love that you have the child's interest at heart. Mm-hmm. So thank you for that. Mr. Rothfire, you said that you're moving to Thailand if the child is yours. Why wouldn't you take care of the child?
Well, let me ask you this. What sounds better, taking care of a baby or going to Thailand where women come flock to me every day?
Now, you do know that there are a lot of lady boys in Thailand.
That's for you to judge.
Well, there's a lot out here in social media and on television.
Judge, I actually do have something that I need to point out. When we were in a relationship, when I was at his house, I did go through his laptop because I was worried he was talking to other women, of course, like any normal woman would. And when I went through his search history, I saw that he was looking up ladyboys on his searches, and I did see some explicit content.
I see. So, Mr. Rothfire, what do you have to say to this?
Your Honor,
true?
It was research.
Okay.
I want to find out what to avoid when I'm there. If I'm looking for Adam's apple or I'm looking for a bulge or something, I want to make sure that I avoid those parts.
Okay. Well, that's something you should know. You know that without even the research. What else did the research show you, sir, that you should look for?
The research.
No, Judge. He was looking up explicit videos of ladyboys.
Okay, explicit. Okay. Mm-hmm. So it seems like you're on your way to Thailand to marry a ladyboy. It's all starting to make sense now.
This is starting to feel like defamation, and I'm pleading the fifth.
Interesting. Okay, you plead the fifth. I have the results right here. Okay? All right. So, in the ruling for whether Mr. Rothfire is the father of our 1-month-old Sydney, Mr. Rothfire, you are the father. You are the father. I'll let you deal with that for a second. That's our current reality here. Okay?
How accurate is that DNA test?
99.9%.
So there's
correct.
A chance.
That's the answer, sir. That's the answer. 99.9. And if you're talking about your urethra issue or whatever it is, 99.9 is pretty certain with you having issues. All right. So, Ms. Swift, in regards, based on what we found out today, Mr. Rothfire is the father. How are you feeling right now?
I really wanted to just accept that her child and take care of her.
Thank you very much. That's very commendable, Mr. Rothfire. I'm glad to know you have a heart there. Thank you for that.
A positive I will say that will come out of this is at least she'll have a child that has my genes.
Okay. Speaking of, Mr. Rothfire, I appreciated the hug, but with this, how do you feel about it? Tell me that. And the bottom line is, do you plan on taking care of the child?
At this point, I will.
Okay. All right.
I'll cancel my plans to Thailand and I'll stay here for you.
Okay, well, wonderful. I'm very glad to hear that. Very glad to hear that. All right, Mr. Rothfire, glad to hear that you're willing to accept the responsibility. And going forward, I know you're still a teacher. I hope you make better decisions and practice more discipline when it comes to your students. Students, it seems like there was feelings and love here between both of you. But be mindful that you can't go loving all of your other students. So hopefully that's the end of that. And Miss Swift, of course, just moving forward, your focus will be on your child. Take care of your child and yourself, and be, of course, selective, in which I think you already are in your choices with men going forward, okay? All right, thank you both. Court's adjourned.
Hey, I'm really sorry about what happened in there.
It's okay. I didn't know.
I thought you lied to me the whole time.
Why would I lie to you? I would never do that. I'm sorry.